Hey everyone, welcome to the Podunk Reef. This is a 40-gallon breeder reef tank. It's my first reef tank. I've had saltwater tanks in the past, but this is my very first reef tank, and I'm super happy with the way it's turned out thus far. And it's been quite a trip. Let me tell you a little bit about the evolution of this tank and my evolution as a reefer in the hobby. So about a year ago, I decided I wanted to get back into the hobby, and I wanted to go for a full-on reef tank. And I was really attracted back to the hobby by these all-in-one cube tanks, nano tanks that seem to be really popular. So not knowing anything in particular about reefing, I had gone to my local fish store, or a local fish store, and started talking to one of the employees, and they had convinced me that if I follow their method, that I could set up a bigger tank than I had originally planned on, and I could do it cheaply. So I came home with 40 pounds of dry reef rock and 40 pounds of crushed coral and under gravel filter plates. Yes, under gravel filter plates. And I had set it all up in a couple of hours, and it was probably a few weeks after that I realized I had been taken for a fool, and not having done my due diligence in research of the hobby and the advents in technology that have come about in the reefing hobby, I'd been taken for a fool, and I was stuck. The tank was already up and running and cycling, so what was I going to do? So after having watched, probably hundreds of hours of YouTube videos from BRS to Rico, Inappropriate Reefer, and everybody, there's just a ton of content out there, and it's all really good content for the most part. But anyway, I realized I've been taken for a fool, and I was kind of stuck. So I pulled out the lift tube and the filter pump and put in a hang-on overflow, and I built myself a 15-gallon sump with a skimmer and a refugium section and a return pump and auto top off and media reactors with carbon and GFO and the whole 9 yards. And now it's a proper filtration system, and that's been up and running now for around 9 months or so. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but that's the evolution of this tank in a nutshell. So I've done a lot of learning in my short time here in the reefing hobby, and yeah, I'm super happy with the way it's turned out so far. I don't obviously like being taken for a fool, but I've learned a lot, and definitely a lot more upgrades to come. Obviously, I want to get rid of that crushed coral and put in a nice sand bed, so that's going to be something that takes some time to do properly, and upgrade the lighting, and so there's some projects to come and some upgrades and updates to come. So I'd appreciate you hanging around, checking it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.